lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
Welcome to Brazelton, Georgia, and round number 6 of the All-Pro Sim Super Late Model Series. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Trapasso up in the booth with you for this one. Lanier, one of those forgotten tracks here in iRacing, and very underutilized. And I'm glad to see that some of the best short track racers in the server are coming here tonight for round number 6. As we'll take a quick look at the weather conditions coming into tonight. 82 degree ambient air temperature, 59% water grain, not too shabby. Partly cloudy skies, 5-mile-an-hour winds, pretty negligible on a short track. Track temperature, though, has me a lot concerned. 134 degrees Fahrenheit currently. If you'll see that little concrete curb there down by the yellow wall on the left side of your screen right there, you could cook an egg on that right now. And yeah, so it's going to be a fun one, that's for sure. As we get ready to click it over into qualifying, let's see who is going to be the first one to roll it. Not too much of a shocker there, as Justin Blackdeer, as he always does, as soon as qualifying fires off, he's one of the first ones to roll off pit road. That team is always prepared to lay one down in qualifying. Anthony Danto rolling, Ken Storkton rolling, Brandon Wilkinson, Aaron Hicks, Berner, Rogers, all out there right now. Blackdeer, though, in the double deuce. We're going to stick with him. First one to lay a time, 13.69 on lap 1. Lap 2 does not improve. Storkson there. Let's take a look at Danta, as he negated the first lap. Goes way high through 3 and 4. That is not good at all, as Papini goes to the top of the pile. Danta second quick. Rick Ward starting to roll. Brett McCoy out there. Vady goes 13th quick on his first lap. McCoy goes 12th. There is Wilkinson. Sideways into turn number 3. Sorry, that was 1 and 2. Oh, okay, so 1 and done for Wilkinson. Everybody having problems right now. Taking a look again at the weather. 135 degree track temperature. That is no bueno. Weston Ward, who's been quick the last few weeks, trying to use as much that front straightaway as he can, dives it into turn number 1. Good, solid line through 1 and 2. Keeps it well off the wall. Dips 2 tires onto that apron. Helped get that car rotated. First lap for Ward. Right to the top of the pile. Nice lap, sir. Deegan Smith trying to get some heat into the tires on the 15. Gets right down onto the racing line. Green flag out for Smith. What's he going to lay down here? He's giving up the first lap, just trying to get heat into those tires. He's going to have to really get on it. It's going to be a 1 and done for Smith. Steve Wright goes up to 15th quick. Smith, 21st on his first lap, second lap, up to 11th. So decent pickup there. Let's see what Steve Wright's going to do on lap number 2. Second time across. Does not improve. Just waiting on Travis Wright to try to lay a time in the 10. One of the OGs here in the All-Pro Sim series. As Wright starts to roll it in the 10. The University of Michigan Wolverine car. Running for Teggedy Farms. You can see all the tape on the nose of that Mustang. These guys taped completely off here in qualifying. You're definitely not going to want to attempt that in race trim, though. As a matter of fact, you're going to want that radiator about as open as you can possibly get it. Might see a couple pieces of tape, but that's about it. Second lap for Smith, for Wright, goes 5th quick. Well then, that puts an end to qualifying. As Weston Ward goes quick time. As we are just waiting on them to click it over into the heat races. And while we are waiting for the timer to wind down, let me say we step away, pay a couple of bills while we wait. We'll be right back. And we are back at Lanier for round number 6 of the All Pro Sim Super Late Model Series. Qualifying coming to a close. There goes the timer. Here comes a non-necessity heat race, apparently. Okay. One of the good or bad things about iRacing is it does let you set up heat races prior to the session going off. The only problem is if you do set up a heat race and you don't get the driver's count that you think you were going to get, which unfortunately happens more times than not, but it's nothing to be held against a league considering that, we are in the summer months. Everybody's looking to spend some time with their families. As over here in the States, we celebrate Juneteenth. And for those of you unfamiliar with what Juneteenth is, um, when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, and I bet most of you didn't think that I knew this part of American history, um, it took quite a few days for it to spread through the plantations to let people know, hey, you're now a free person. Um, so they call it Juneteenth because some people were informed on the 14th, some people were informed on the 15th, 16th, 17th. It took almost a week for it to basically, the word got out there by about the 20th. But it did take a few days. So over here in the States today, we are recognizing Juneteenth as it was a bank holiday, and it's one of the high points of American history. Of course, you got the Declaration of Independence, you got the you know the uh, the war against England for freedom, the War of Independence. Then you've got the signing of the Constitution, and then you have the repeal of slavery, um, making it so that no man can truly own another human being, um, and that's the way it should have always been. Um, Now, instead of it being called slavery, we call it being employed. Um, and we're at another turning point in this country as well, being as there's a minimum wage battle going on over here in the U.S. And it doesn't matter which side of the coin you're on this one. I think we can all agree that people need to be paid a fair wage for services rendered. Um, and that was the biggest bone of contention. Back when my parents were growing up, um, you could live on a minimum wage job. I'm not saying you could live well, but you could live. You could pay your rent. You could, put food on the table. You could, buy your necessities, clothing and pay the electric bill and pay the water bill on a minimum wage job, and that is far from the case these days, as the price of everything has gone through the roof. And it was bad before the mandates. Now people are having to work 2 and 3 jobs just to afford rent. As we go into the warm-up session, again, that track temperature, that's scary. And, it's a good thing this is a simulator, because those track temperatures in a fire suit with a helmet on, I don't care if you've got, a cold air helmet or not, even a full face helmet with, a vent blowing air directly at your face, it's hot. And, this is where they call them cool boxes. And you can see just how difficult this pit road is to get on and off of at speed. But, they call them cool boxes because basically it sends that air that's coming into the car meant for circulation through the helmet and fire suit. It sends it through what essentially is an igloo cooler with a hose on each side. And you fill it with ice, and by lap 10, the ice is now warm water, especially with as hot as it gets inside the race cars. Because I can promise you, as hot as it is outside on the track, it's even hotter inside those greenhouses. Take a quick look at some times here in, wow, Deegan Smith cranked one off. Everybody finalizing their race trim right now. As we watch Weston Ward, there he is, your pole sitter. And as much tape as these guys and gals were running in practice, in qualifying, virtually no tape on the grills now. A couple of brave souls might have a couple of pieces or two on there, but no one has anything close to what they had in, yeah, there you can see it on the time. You see just a little tiny piece at the bottom. And the rest of that radiator is pretty wide open. There is Travis Wright. It's the 039 of Aaron Hicks, rocking the 5150 paint scheme on that ride. And it's Papini, there he is, jumping right up to the top. Ooh, skating that car around. 141 degree track temperature. Good googly moogly. It's a scorcher out there today. So good thing we are actually in a simulator. Steve Wright back with the series. One of the OGs here in the All Pro Sim Super Late Model Series. As I am still trying to figure out who's got the 1 on the door. Brett McCoy, who's supposed to be number 29. Sorry, folks, just had to reach out to Brett and the league admins to see if we can get that problem solved for next week. About a minute and a half left here in the warm-up session. Oh, hang on to her. That's something we're going to be having to watch out for all night long. Taking a quick look at the track info again. It's a 3/8 mile bull ring. This place is hard to get a hold of at the best of times. And with those high triple digit, that's pit in, not pit out, sir. As we just watched all hell break loose there at the entrance to pit road. Somebody went out through the indoor. But, yeah, Brazelton, Georgia. This place now is, it's the home of Caffeine and Octane, which, it's a weekly car show meeting. They bring out the food trucks for, coffee or other products just outside of Atlanta. And it's, like I said, it's a weekly car show, basically. As, that is going to do it for the warm-up session. Bear with me, folks, as I am chewing on a lot of Tums tonight. As they do invert, looks like top 8. Let's get right to the starting grid. It's going to put Mike Ostiak on pole in the 18. Jeff Dillon's going to be joining him on the outside of row number 1. Kelsey Rogers in the 34 is showing with Travis Wright inside row number 2. Row 3 is going to see Anthony Danta and Alex Papini. And it's always a good time whenever those two find each other on track. That is row number 3. Row 4 is going to see the 3 of Trent Smith and the 5 of Weston Ward. Ward getting the quick time award here tonight. Jeremy Bingham. There we go. Jeremy Bingham and Justin Blackdeer in row number 5. Row 6, Corey Rogers and Deegan Smith. Row 7 is going to go to Zach Coyer and Brandon Wilkinson. Ken Storkton and Mike Berner in row number 8. Row 9, Steve Wright and Brett McCoy. Row number 10, Rick Ward and Matt Beatty, with Jeff Rogers and Aaron Hicks starting shotgun on this 22-car field here tonight. 125 laps of scheduled distance. 2 sets of tires to get it done. Look for some people to try to go the entire length. But it's time to wipe the visor and adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, grab some barbecue because it's time to get it on in the dirty south. Race fans, it's show time! Ostiak going right up to the point. Rogers making some headway on the inside, digging hard. Janta now up into that mix for second place. As that outside lane just did not get going. Absolute slugfest here with Bingham, Rogers, and Wright. And here comes the 39 of Papini, finally getting to the bottom and digging hard. Corey Rogers in the snap-on, number 17, currently one of your biggest movers at +4, currently sits in 7th. Everybody getting a little strung out. We've got some big slugfests going on back here. Aaron Hicks is your biggest mover, currently sitting +7. Vady right in front of him. Those two guys are +6 and +7 respectively, just outside the top 10. Currently working lap 7 as the freight train continues to get longer. Ostiak and Rogers currently showing the way at the front of this piece. Danta up into 3rd. And where is your Quick Time Award winner? Mired in traffic right now. That is Weston Ward running right behind Aaron Hicks. Weston Ward, one of your biggest movers in the wrong direction. He currently sits in 16th. Contact into 3. Caution is out. And you had to kind of wonder there how long that was going to last. As you can see, Ward, he's frustrated. He's already dropped 8. He's trying to claw his way back through, using that apron to get that car to rotate, and just dives it in. There was net code there. There was a ton of daylight between those cars. Matter of fact, let's go back and watch that from... I think we're going to get the best view here. Yes, we are. As it's going to be going into 3. Apparently we didn't get a good view there. Couldn't really tell from there. Let's take a look at what the eye in the sky picked up. As we're on board the iRacing blimp. They got the best view of it. And there is going to be daylight between these cars. We could see it from the spotter stand. At least it looked like there was daylight from the spotter stand. Let's see if there actually was contact. Jeepers. I don't think he actually hit him. I really don't think he actually hit him. That looked a lot like netcode. Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Osiek gonna fire him off from the inside. He's got Jeff Dillon to his outside this time. And we are back underway. Oh, that is an angry hornet's nest right now. Boy. Osiek starting to pull away. Danton and Dillon side by side. Smith and Bingham going door to door right behind them. So those top 2 are single file. Everybody else having to battle it out as Danton just sends it going into 1. He's able to make the pass stick. And now Dillon under heavy pressure from Jeremy Bingham. Bingham at +5 currently sits in 4th. Dillon fires back on the outside. Bingham's going to have to get going because that is Alex Papini behind him. And Papini definitely wants to claw his way forward. Deegan Smith, big issues for him. Let's take a look at what happened with the 15 here. Smith working the high line. Let's get the 17 to Corey Rogers to his inside along with Travis Wright. And just a little bit of the old Spanish Archer there. Take a look at this one from the iRacing blimp. There you see it. Wright is going to get into the left rear quarter panel of the 15, right in the 10. And it's going to happen the next time by. Right there. And into the tire wall, concrete, whatever you want to call it there. Not a ton of damage on Smith. But Wright has gone to the pits, as has Storkson. There is Steve Wright. Justin Blackdeer right there with him. As choose cone into effect, Dillon electing to take the outside again. Now Papini joins him. Pace truck is in, and we've got a race on. Nostiak fires off strong, as right now Dillon and Rogers door to door. Kelsey Rogers on the low side. He's got Danta with him. Papini's going to file in right behind Danta. As Rogers trying to wrestle that spot away from Dillon. Danta now fires it in there. Dillon is going to get hung out to dry. He's got to figure out how to get low and get low quick. As you can see there, Jeff Dillon sending well wishes out to Steve Wright. Steve Wright had, he's only 2 weeks removed from having throat surgery. And he's already back with us. And, you know, with it being Men's Mental Health Month, I think now would be a good time to point out that iRacing has helped me a ton in my recovery. You know, because, this goes for most video games out there, and that's basically what iRacing is. We call it a simulator, but let's call it like it is. It's a video game. But it's a realistic physics video game. I have met so many people, and that's what really makes iRacing special, is you can't race offline. Everything is online. You're racing against live people. Yes, you could set up an AI thing if you choose to, but 99% of this service is live action. You're running against other people. And you make those friendships, you get those camaraderies. And as we watch Bingham and Coyer going after each other, that is an angry hornet's nest behind Bingham right now. But, you know, that's what makes iRacing special, and a lot of other video games out there, is the people you meet. And I've had a chance to meet quite a few people that I've worked with in broadcasting, quite a few people that I've raced against. And it's the people that really make iRacing special. And, we've said it time and time again, with every tribute race or every fundraiser race that we have hosted here on Sim Racing Media. When people are down, the iRacing community will come together and try to lift that person back up. And that's what I love about this community more than anything else. Is, yeah, we might race hard as nails on track, but off track we can crack jokes with each other. You know, it's awesome like that. Okay, rant done, back to the racing. It's Ostiak under heavy pressure from Kelsey Rogers still. It's Justin Blackdeer flirting with pit road. Take a quick look at two of our biggest movers. Here you see Matt Beatty and Jeff Rogers running stem to stern right now, along with Aaron Hicks. All three of those guys currently sitting +8. That's impressive. All three of those guys moving forward together. And you might be asking, where is our QuickTime Award winner? Well, he's right there. Weston Ward currently back into the top 10. Taking a quick look at the weather. Oh my goodness. Oh, hang on to her. 13 Accoyer was looking to the inside. They were leaning on each other coming through 3 and 4. 145 degree track temperature. And I guarantee you it's even hotter inside that race car. Bingham now hung out to dry on the outside as Smith looks to the inside. Bingham's probably going to lose 4 here before all is said and done. Because that second lane is not where you want to be tonight. Oh, we've got problems. We've got a car airborne. That was our race leader. Let's take a look at what did happen to the 18 here. 34 stalking him still. And it's going to happen on the back chute. Did not clear the 34 up and over. Oi! Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at the onboard here. As we are on Ostiak's car. And you're going to see it happen there. Just didn't clear the lapper up and over. There's the sun. Oi. Cameraman, get out of the way. Oi. Well then. Rick Ward in the 034 was the other half of that equation. Zostiak, his night's pretty well done. His pace truck peels off. Rogers has the button this time. As he fires off again. Stanta digging on the inside. Papini right there with him as they're beating and banging on each other back there. Papini was getting the chrome horn from the 3 of Trent Smith. And unfortunately for Corey Rogers, he's hung out on the outside to dry. Battles back, though, through 1 and 2, as Papini was trying not to use them up. Leaning on each other through 3 and 4, though. Rogers going to squirt back forward. You know, we would think we were working lap 124, not lap 60. As this battle for 4th still rages on. Danta has some breathing room behind him as he can go on the attack on Jeff Dillon. As here we go. Papini now has position on Rogers. He can send it just a tick harder down there where all the rubber's laid down. Rogers is having to just drive extra hard right now just to maintain a top 5. There's Trent Smith right there as well, and Rogers knows he's going to get freight trained if he doesn't get low quickly. The only problem for him is he wants to get in front of Papini, and Papini's not letting him down. Neither is Trent Smith, and neither is anybody else in that mix, because now Papini finally gets the spot, as now it's Rogers and Smith going after each other. Smith in the 3, Rogers on the outside. These guys are digging for it. Just past the halfway mark here. As we're watching this battle for 5th between Trent Smith and Corey Rogers, top 4 pretty stretched out right now. As Rogers continues his backslide, Weston Ward now back even where he started this main. As the 13 at Coyer looks under Ward, gets down on the apron, thinks better of it, cannot lay the power down with all the marbles, and you can see them collected down there. Dip 2, yeah, that's fine. Dip 4, that only works on the dirt side of things here at Lanier. And it's now your top 10 pretty single filed out. Stegan Smith and Mike Berner going after each other now. Smith got nerfed earlier, sent up into the outside wall. He's starting a recovery drive. As Rick Ward, the only one on pit road currently, Ostiak has decided to put it on the hauler. And that's the second time tonight that the 15 of Smith has been sent up the track in turn number 4. Berner leaned on him a little bit harder than they were expecting, and unfortunately Smith paid the price. Getting back to the other Smith in the race, there is Trent Smith up into 5th, as he's now working on the back of Alex Papini. As we've got 74 in the books already. Corey Rogers finally getting down in line in between Brandon Wilkinson and Weston Ward. Meanwhile, up in front, that's the 34 of Rogers and the 51 of Danta. Jeff Dillon kind of in no man's land right now as Papini's trying to fend off Trent Smith. Dillon trying to save a little bit of tire, not blistering laps, as we are currently looking at about half a second currently with 78 laps on these Hoosiers. About half a second fall off from their best time. Still a full 0.2 off of what we saw in qualifying. So everybody kind of minding their P's and Q's. Nobody really trying to rip one off right now. But if we do get a caution, I can promise you we're going to see wholesale pit stops, as just about everybody's going to be diving down to pit road to put their fresh set of tires on, as they are sitting one set in the pits right now. Here comes Wilkinson to the inside of Trent Smith. Wilkinson in the 56 looks to the inside. That's going to also open the door for Rogers to get there possibly as well, as he starts to try to claw his way back forward. Smith and Wilkinson still door to door. And you see the 51 of Wilkinson on the low side. Everybody sending good wishes to Steve Wright here tonight, even though he is with us. Probably not feeling 100% as, Steve just kind of hanging back there a little bit. Matter of fact, let's check in with Steve Wright. There he is, last car on the lead lap currently. As he's gotten by Storkson. And we've got problems. Something just happened to Weston Ward. What happened to the 5? See, the 13 has been all over him for the last few laps. Big contact, door banger coming through 1 and 2. As the 13 was down on the apron and just uses him up going into 3. Ward gets it locked down. Everybody take evasive action, and he gets it back rolling straight. I got to put that on the 13 as he just door banged him. And remember what I said about wholesale pit stops? Yeah, Danta and Coyer and Vady. Now Hicks stays out. Danta, the only one to not come to pit road at all. Oh, good grief. This is not good. I'm sorry, Aaron Hicks stayed out as well. As did, looks like Black Deer and Wright. And Steve Wright. Travis Wright was down on lap 23. Get some damage repaired there. But the entirety of the rest of the field has come down for a free pit stop. The only problem is everybody outside the top 10 just went a lap down. As looks like they're coming to choose cone this time. Danta, Wilkinson, Hicks, Wright, Rogers, Blackdeer, Smith, Wright, Papini, and Rogers, your top 10. As the lights are out on the pace truck, it peels on off in turn 4. Danta wastes absolutely no time dropping the hammer. Wilkinson going with him, staying with him, looking to the inside now as Wilkinson on the fresh shoes. Don't mind me, I'm just chewing on Tums like they're Pez. Now Rogers works the outside of Hicks. Rogers on the fresh shoes as well. Looks like Danta guessed wrong. As now Rogers looks to the inside, and we've got problems in the back. Something happened with Deegan Smith and Jeremy Bingham. Oh, we got big problems. How was that not a caution? As Danta continues to hemorrhage spots. Kelsey Rogers looking to the inside here. And that's going to be a caution. Steve Wright involved. Zach Coyer in the 13. It's going to pop off in front of him. As there you see Wright. That's McCoy to his inside. Wright's going to get Freight Train. He's going to bounce the wall there, down into the 13. And they both eat concrete. As we are on board with Zach Coyer, you're going to see Steve Wright up there in the red and white car. He's going to bounce off turn 4 there. Gets down into right, takes the front end away from right. One car pointed backwards, one car pointed sideways in the racing line. Yeah, that's a caution. And that's a reprieve for Anthony Danta. And as we are inside 25 to go finally. As we take another look at the track temperature, 142 degrees currently. And Danta with the freshest tires inside the top 15 right now by about 12 laps. And with that choose cone being out, this is going to get interesting quickly. Wilkinson going to have the button from the low side. Advantage to Corey Rogers on the inside second row. Pace truck is in, and here we go. There's Rogers and Smith going door to door right now. They're going to need to get that sorted out pretty quickly because Papini is right there and wants to pounce. Leaning on each other coming through 1 and 2. It's Rogers on the inside, Smith on the high side. As Rogers finally wrestles it away, Smith immediately gets low, cuts off Papini. As now that is the battle, Papini and Rogers going door to door. And don't look now, but there is your QuickTime Award winner, Weston Ward, currently up into 6th. And right behind him is our biggest mover of the night so far. Working on Jeff Dillon right now. That is Matt Vady in the 17, currently sits plus 12 in 8th. And here comes Danta on his recovery drive. The only problem is heavy traffic and it's difficult to pass you tonight. $15 to go. It'll be 14 this time by. Wilkinson with a little bit of breathing room. The slugfest right now is for 4th. Make that 5th. As Rogers and Ward still haven't gotten that one figured out. Your top 4 pretty single file. Ward still working the inside on Rogers. These guys still going after it. As Dillon finally gets clear of Danta. 12 to go. As now Rogers leaning on Ward as Danta looks to the inside of Dillon again. Danta up into 7th, makes that pass look easy. Brett McCoy works to the inside of Matt Beatty. Beatty and McCoy still going after each other. McCoy sideways coming off of turn 4. That actually throws the block on Travis Wright. The only thing is, Beatty could not get clear. Beatty finally does get clear. That's the first time we've seen the outside get clear tonight. McCoy doesn't go, though. This is your battle just inside the top 10. As you've got Beatty and McCoy slugging it out for 9. Travis Wright, Justin Blackbeard, and Jeff Rogers all right there on top of each other. This late in the going, Justin Blackbeard finally starting to claw his way forward, flirting with the top 10. This is exactly what we expected to see out of the double deuce of Blackbeard. Late in the run, he saves his equipment. 5 to go currently, and he's flirting with a top 10 finish after giving up a little bit too much, in my opinion, in the early going. Wilkinson, half a second to the good, as we are going to be 3 to go next time by. Everybody in the top 5 currently single filed out. There is Wilkinson, your current race leader, using pit strategy back on lap 86 to come down, get those 2 tires. Popsicle sticks are in the air. We come out of turn number 4. He can see the white flag. We are racing back to checkers. Wilkinson, Rogers, Smith, Papini, and Ward, your top 5 as we currently sit. No real battles going on right now. As Aaron Hicks comes out on the losing end of an exchange there. Wilkinson coming home with the victory. Wait, what? That's what I thought. One set of timing and scoring is saying something different from the other. That's why I had to double check that, folks. There is your race winner. Doing the obligatory burnouts. Let's see if we can reach out to our race winner. The answer is no. And we don't have any of our top 3 in the Discord server, so yeah. Well, step away, pay a couple bills, and see if we can get these guys in the Discord server. We'll be back right after this. are back at Lanier, and joining us now, the man, the myth, the living legend himself, the man who came home on top of the pile, Brandon Wilkinson. Talk us through that pit strategy and just how treacherous this track was with the track temperature being as high as it was.
Yeah, it was fun. Everybody was slipping inside, and I think it was really, really hard to pass. So, yeah, just really fortunate there. Got off pit road first, and obviously that was a huge advantage because everybody took the bottom that stayed out. So, gave us kind of a front row restart there, and just got really, really lucky.
Well, to quote my father when we used to go golfing together, I'd rather be lucky than good any day. And, luck was on your side. And as soon as you got clear, you just set sail. What was going through your mind, though, when that caution came out back on lap 99?
Yeah, I mean, I kept the rears on it. Even when I got the lead there, I trust Corey. Him and I raced really good together. So I trusted him not to run me over, even if he got there. So just trying to keep the rears on it. It was really hard to do tonight. So you got to be perfect every lap, regardless of who you're racing around. Just these guys have gotten a lot better here over the last couple of months. So the competition has definitely stepped up.
Well, the competition stepped up, but this is definitely going to help you in the point standings as this is round 6. And, we get ready to go into the King of Cali shootout. You've still got some time left to gain a few points on Papini and Danta. What's your strategy going into next week?
Not sure. The Cali King is how I'll get into the playoffs. I won that last year, and I don't race every week. I get paid to win, so I come here to win. I don't really worry about points there until the chase, but the Cali King stuff will get me into the chase. So that'll be my focus. Then I might take a little bit of a break here. I ran tonight because this is the first track I ever won on iRacing, probably 10 years ago. So I have really good speed here. I really like this place. So just all worked out. Really fortunate.
Absolutely. Brandon, who do you need to thank before we turn you loose?
As always, best teammates in the business over at the Posse, Epic Media, Locotoco Designs, my girlfriend for watching every week. She literally watches me play a video game, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, just like I said, all my guys at Posse, Epic Media, and then Matt for a great league. It's fun to come here every Monday and race with these guys. It's really refreshing.
Absolutely. Your winner, Brandon Wilkinson. We will see you next week, sir, and we'll definitely see you in King of Cali, I hope.
Yeah, 10-4, we'll be there for sure. Thank you.
All right. And Corey Rogers, unfortunately, not able to join us, so we are going to go to third place, Trent Smith. And Trent, all things considered, can't be too disappointed with a podium finish here, especially with as difficult as this track was to get a hold of.
You got me?
Do we have Trent? Yes, Trent. We good. Trent?
Yes, sir.
How difficult was this track to get a hold of? And all things considered, podium finish, not too shabby.
It wasn't too bad. After pit stops there, I decided just to take right, so I didn't have the left rear grip I needed, and was lacking a little bit of drive off, but I could feel it coming to me the longer we ran. I just wish we had another 20 laps or so. I feel like I could have at least gave Corey a run for his money.
So that caution around lap 100 really bit you in the backside.
Yes, sir. I was just starting to feel really good with it. I had more long run speed than short run speed tonight.
Fair enough. But moving forward, we've only got a couple rounds left before the King of Cali series. What are your thoughts going into next week?
Give it all I got and try to go out there for wins. That's my main focus right now. I'll worry about championships and stuff once the end of the season gets here, and hoping I can go back to back win the All Pro Super Late Model Championship. But just right now, I'm just looking to have fun and go for wins.
That is the key. Have fun with it. Trent, who do you need to thank before we let you go celebrate this podium here tonight with some barbecue at Lanier?
First of all, y'all guys for coming out here and broadcasting this every night, so friends and family can come out here and watch and see it. Matt and all his guys for putting putting this on every week. I have a lot of fun racing this, and there's a lot of good, fun racing that happens. A lot of clean racers, a lot of fast guys in here, so it really puts a challenge on things.
All right, Trent Smith, your defending series champion. Best of luck to you in the upcoming races and taking a third place back to Easley, South Carolina tonight. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, that is going to about do it for us tonight. We put another one in the books. Taking a quick look at our finishing order: Brandon Wilkinson, Corey Rogers, Trent Smith, Alex Buffini, and Western Ward, your top five. Kelsey Rogers, Anthony Danto, good recovery drive for him. He finishes seventh. Jeff Dillon, Matt Beatty, and Travis Wright rounding out your top 10. Brett McCoy, Justin Blackdeer, Jeff Rogers, Ken Storkson, and Jeremy Bingham rounding out your top 15. And that's a good recovery drive for Bingham after getting just wadded earlier. Aaron Hicks rounding out your lead lap cards in 16th. Michael Berner finishing one lap down. Deegan Smith doing the same. Zach Coyer, Steve Wright, Rick Ward, and Mike Ostiak all rounding out the field of 22 starters here from Lanier. Be sure to join us next week. Let me just double check my facts to make sure I get this right, as we will be at Iowa. Oh, I love me some Iowa 3/4 mile short track racing on the high banks. That progressive banking definitely going to play a big role into next week's finishing. But that is going to do it for us tonight here from Lanier. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Monday evening. Happy Juneteenth to all my friends out there. One of the greatest days in American history, or greatest weeks, I should say, in American history. Go back, double check what I said at the beginning of the broadcast, folks. But for Sim Racing Media, this is Tony Trapasso reminding you, ladies and gentlemen, that this week as you walk down the road of life, say hi to one another. Just be kind. This is the best thing I can tell you. And while you're at it, don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.